Hello, hello, hello. This is Tamika Hall, and this is Tamika Hall Speaks, where I go behind the article. Now, let me tell you, the article I'm getting ready to talk to you about is the article I just released at 2 o'clock this morning about Kanye West's new Illuminati video. And I'm going to tell you, the article was, all I have to say is it was censored and it was unpublished and removed from the site. And so what I did is I had to remove some of the images that were in there because I took some screenshots from the video. I removed those images, but I'm going to bring them here so we can just discuss those. First of all, let me just tell you that I came across this story about 1 a.m. this morning, and I knew that, number one, I knew I had to lose some sleep and get the information out there. I knew that I had to write the article and get it out there. And this new video is so demonic. The satanic symbolism inside of this video, which is supposed to be in the name of fashion, it just baffles me. And I will tell you that this is definitely something that your children should not see. As a matter of fact, I will tell you, when I was watching the video, number one, I didn't watch it all the way through. Number two, I'll tell you, I didn't actually even watch it head on because the video is full of a lot of rapid movement. And so it's almost like you're staring into a kaleidoscope. And if you remember what that looks like, that's a bunch of rapid moving, well, I don't know what's inside of a kaleidoscope, but whatever is in there, the different particles and objects that are in there, as you know, as you turn it, it forms different colors, it forms different patterns. And as a child, it can be very fun to play with that. But when you're looking at a video, that is something that is going to completely skew your mind. And I'll tell you, as I was writing it, I of course was praying the entire time that I was writing it, even as I was watching the video, watching it but not really watching it, because I don't play with those things. For those that believe that the spirit world is not real, you've got another thing coming. For those that believe that people are being too radical when they say that these messages are being hidden inside of hip-hop music, you've got another thing coming, and you need to wake up. So what I wanted to do was to bring up just a few of the images that I was able to capture off the screen from the video. These apparently were too hot for the article, and so I had to redo the article, but I can talk about it here, and we're going to talk about it. So let's go ahead and look at that. So the media's been all abuzz and aflame about Kim Kardashian and Kanye West's relationship, but we need to obviously be more concerned about the things that he's putting out there. This is the first deal with Kanye West, and actually when you see this, his face begins to kind of morph as he starts off with the music. This right here is a still of women posed all on top of each other, almost looking like mummies. Here you actually see a flaming skull. Now the video moves very, very fast, so it's hard to see. And right here what you see is this kaleidoscope where it looks like there are these fallen angels there, and you actually see the third eye over in the right hand corner. This right here, you actually see these women that are posed, and they actually form a pyramid. This is the actual pyramid, and the top where the light is, it's about being illuminated and you know, having this illuminated mind. And this is one that takes the cake for me. This is where you have the naked model with her arms outstretched, and she has a crown of thorns. So we've had a chance to kind of review some of the images that were in there. And once again, this is not a video that I watched from beginning to end. The music is freaky. The images are sadistic. I mean, there is, you know, this was supposed to be done in the name of fashion. So apparently what ended up happening is Kanye West paired up with another model, paired up with a model who's releasing a magazine called 25. And this magazine 25 is supposed to be a fashion magazine. And if you read my article, you'll see where she and Kanye actually had a conversation, and they spoke about sex nowadays. And I guess their whole thing is that they felt like they wanted to display sex in a way that's supposed to be sensual and artistic and beautiful. This video is none of those things. This video is terrifying and disgusting. And I'll tell you what I find really amazing to me is that for people who go out of their way to say that God is not real, then why do you constantly have symbolism? Why do you constantly have Christian symbolism inside of your videos? People, we have to wake up. It's another thing altogether. I'll tell you, I was introduced to a minister, G. Craig Lewis, I was introduced to his work, not to him personally. I have had an opportunity to see him live, but was introduced to his work. And Craig Lewis is the founder of EX Ministries, and he has spent over 10 years, over a decade, he's been traveling the world, not just a couple of states, but the world, exposing the satanic messages that are hidden within hip-hop music. Now, when he first started doing this in the 90s, people thought that he was crazy. Even now, I find it amazing that if I happen to bring up his name, or my husband and I, we talk about his videos. We have every single video that is out there. At this point, I think there are 7 of them, because I know we have 7. So I'm sure there's another one coming out, because things are getting more and more crazy. But it's amazing to me that when I speak to people who have heard of Lewis, and a lot of people have not, but a great deal have. For those that I have spoken with, it's amazing to me that they say that he's too radical. And they say that he is over the top. Well, guess what? These videos are over the top. We have artists that are on stage and having blood dumped on them. People, we have to wake up, and you have to take a stance and not allow your children to watch everything. That's not being overprotective. That is not being too traditional or being old-fashioned. It is our job, it is our responsibility as parents, as concerned adults, as ministers of the gospel. We have got to protect our children from this. If we don't protect them, then who will? This video was done in the name of fashion. There is nothing fashionable about a woman standing with her arms stretched out with a crown of thorns on her head and naked. What is fashionable about that? There's nothing fashionable about that. There's nothing fashionable about women positioning themselves in the style of a pyramid. That stuff is completely against God. That is not fashion. We have got to wake up. And I'll tell you, if you're going to look at the video, look at it at your own discretion. I would suggest that you not necessarily watch it all the way through. You may not even want to listen to the music. I mean, it's just, you have to protect yourself. You have to guard your temple. But again, sometimes it is important for us to look and see what's out there so that we know what our kids shouldn't be watching. So this is Tamika Hall with Tamika Hall Speaks, and you have a blessed day. Thank you.